and national championships.
You're listening to Grand National Championships on the Internet. My name is Alistair. With me this evening are Corin.
Hello.
Jotham.
Hi.
And Jared.
Hello.
Hope everyone's doing splendidly tonight. Is it exciting for you guys to guess what order you're appearing on my screen and consequently the podcast screen? Because you're seeing a different configuration in Zoom than I am, right?
It's true. Do I get
Are you
excited
sure
about
about that?
Oh, it could be the same as mine, but for instance, this is good. I'm in the upper right, and then I announce from directly below me, and then clockwise around there. So Corin's right below me. Hey, bud. And then Jotham's. Well, this is going to be reversed. Hey, guy. What's up, Jotham?
Hey, bud.
And Jared's right there with him.
Hey, bud.
Okay.
It's confusing.
Exactly.
Anyway, if you have any notes for us about which box we're in during the broadcast, you can contact us by sending an email. Jared, did you have an idea to interject? Okay. Send an email to us@thegncshow.com. You can follow us on social media at The GNC Show. You can visit thegncshow.com for many pieces of show-related information. And if you'd like to leave a voicemail message for us, you can call our number at 727-379-4335. And when you do, you're going to sound a little something like this. That's right, we got a call this week.
Nice.
Oops. Okay, we got maybe potentially 2 calls. Okay, so everybody, let's
zip it.
Yeah, let's zip it and listen in because sometimes it's hard to hear these.
Hey fellas, it's your boy out here in Portland.
Are you guys hearing that okay?
Kind of.
It's a little low.
Let me see if I can boost this signal a little bit. I'm going to hack into the main
He's a
thing.
mumbler, if I
Enhance
know
it.
who this
Can
is.
you enhance it?
It sounds like it's your brother Aaron.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to enhance it.
Turn up the gain.
That should do
Have you
it.
tried power cycling?
Clip it.
I tried it, but it was bad for my knees. Power cycling, right? Some type of exercise contraption.
Exercise jokes.
So I'm just
How's that gain coming?
switching over to the old Wi-Fi network for my audio interface. There it is right here. The show doesn't always have to move at lightning speed, Everyone knows everyone knows there's a fun call coming up, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But I'm going to just really crank up the volume as much as I can here.
Oh, God, my eyes are itching.
Let's go into that.
Yeah.
That sounds like...
Guys.
Put it right in the microphone.
Oh, yeah, Jared has this thing with his eyes, but he's not going to do it. He's not a jester for us to laugh at.
True.
You can squirt milk out your eye?
Yep.
Even better.
Ping pong balls. All right, here we go.
Hey fellas, it's your boy out here in Portland. Aaron. Just a couple things. You guys talked about fruit pectin a little while ago. And I didn't know if you knew that you can use fruit pectin, allegedly, to pass a drug test. And it allegedly tastes really gross. And it will work for one drug test, but if you get high within 4 hours of the next drug test, it won't work for that one. Also, you talked about the mustache intervention that you did on me on the radio. And I want you to know that it was very funny and mean. Because it's mean because I thought for a weird amount of time that it was a real intervention when it was happening. Because I didn't know about it. And I may or may not have been doing a lot of, let's call it, cocaine at that period of my life. And that threw me for a loop. But it was good, and I was real proud of how I eventually played along when I stopped being very scared that you were intervening me live on the radio to all the Grateful Dead fans out there. Anyway, the mustache is no more. Oh, also, I shaved the mustache recently after growing it back because I got arrested at a protest, and right-wing propagandist Andy No posted my mugshot, and everyone said I looked like it's Pat with a mustache.
Like a
Which
what?
is pretty funny. Anyway, bye.
They say he looked like what with a mustache?
I need subtitles.
Let me, because what came up here is, them trying to transcribe the message everyone said I looked like it took us with a mustache, but he said something specific. Let's listen back.
Arrested at a protest, and right-wing propagandist Andy No posted my mugshot, and everyone said I looked like it's Pat with a mustache.
No idea what he's saying. It's past. That's what it sounds like to me.
It's Pat.
I get.
With a mustache?
Oh, it's Pat, as in like Julia Sweeney's character from
That
SNL.
movie.
I think it might be.
Got
Pat
the androgynous character.
with a mustache.
Kind of fits, but I don't want to put words in his mouth.
Let's just assume so. Also, there's a follow-up message from the same number. I'm not going to jump to conclusions that it's Aaron again.
Forgot to mention, well, I didn't forget to mention this is Aaron again, but I forgot to mention last time that I've been mustache and cocaine and fruit pectin free for a long time, so nobody needs to worry. I know you all worry. Don't worry. I love you, sweetie.
So,
He's at a boxing ring. It's time to go back.
I'm about to go into round 3.
Referee said that he puts his mouth guard in.
I love you. Yeah, so he says he's been mustache, cocaine, and fruit pectin free for some time now.
Now, was he implying, or is he saying that fruit pectin will mask a positive cocaine test result, or was it because it had to be for something specific?
He used the term "get high," but I think
the drug test has so many different panels. It could be a lot of things.
But if he could just get back to me as quickly as possible, let me know what's
Aaron,
specific.
if you could please.
But that is
Get back to me.
there's like people who call using cocaine getting high. Those people are serious about cocaine. Because if you just call it getting high, like that means you do a lot of cocaine.
I like the idea of saying that a mustache intervention is the same thing as telling someone not to do cocaine.
That's I like that idea a lot, where he thought it was a real intervention and then he was just relieved that it was about a mustache, but he didn't know till halfway through.
Yeah. And look, like thinking back on his reactions, that makes perfect sense now. But I didn't realize that he was doing lots of let's call it cocaine at that point in his life, as he said. So yeah, Aaron, I'm sorry that coincided with all that cocaine use. And I hope that maybe the mustache intervention somehow bled over into maybe slowing down that cocaine use. But what was I going to say? Well, I'm just glad you're not doing so much cocaine anymore. Not
And mustache.
not a lot, but just less, you know.
That mugshot is hilarious, by the way. If
Yeah,
I
I've
can,
seen it.
I have a copy of it
remember it.
somewhere. I need to share it around again.
Yeah, let's amplify the mugshot shared by the right wing
I meant
propagandist.
From
The milkshake
between
guy
us,
shared it.
between us.
Kellis,
Yes, milkshake guy.
the one who famously came to the yard.
Yes.
Yes.
That one.
But Aaron, I hope you know, we would never do something serious on the air. Like we wouldn't try to do something that had like real, like, you know, sincere intent to do good. So if you're ever a guest on the show, you can just guarantee that it's just going to be stupidness.
Or sincere, attempt to do bad, but I think we're more likely to do bad than good.
Yeah, we can do bad all on our own. Is that a phrase?
Honey.
Yeah, is that something? It's kind of like I'm not bad, I'm just drawn that way. Is it from a movie? Honey?
I don't think so.
I can do bad on my own a song.
Is that it? Is it Ellie Goulding? Who
Michael Jackson.
Is that
is
Billy
it Rob
Eilish?
Schneider's mother?
Billy Elliot.
Billy Elliot, the famous boy dancer.
I can do bad on my own. And then he tapped his way to heaven.
Did he die
Rest in
in
peace.
the movie?
Does he?
I didn't
that what
think
happened to
so.
Billy
He
Elliot?
also didn't tap dance, I don't think.
What type of dance did he do? Modern?
Yeah, he rolled around on the floor a lot.
I thought it was ballet. Was it? Or am I wrong?
It was tap.
There's no
It
way
was
to
extra
know.
loud tap. That was the big
He
problem.
danced
'cause
on drums.
it wasn't just on principle against him dancing. It was that it was just all all night long. We also have a comment on the YouTube page to share. If anyone's interested in hearing that,
Yeah.
Hit me.
absolutely, I will. Wait, what?
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
This freaking thing's not loading. Oh, here we go. This is from TWatt75. I consider, I think this is all pasta. Oh my God. It's a lot of pasta talk. I'm going to read quick. I consider Publix and other chain grocers the regular store where I do most shopping. They don't usually have gemelli, means twins. That's the pasta that he suggested last week. Mazzero's or Cacciatore Brothers / Sons are specialty markets and always have a wider pasta variety. Bronze dye extruded pasta is more traditional and results in a rougher surface. This helps it grab sauce. The bronze dyes wear out quicker, and to reduce the tooling expense, large manufacturers use other metals and or Teflon coat the dyes. That leads to smooth surface, which means you get the sauce slipping off the pasta. You mix the wrong sauce with slick noodles, it's more like soup. I believe I saw TWatt75 on a corner screaming this at passersby. If you're cracking this about halfway done. If you're cracking a pre-made jar sauce for a quick dinner, maybe no big deal. If you're making cacio e pepe or carbonara from scratch, go the extra mile. You can find bronze die cut varieties at Publix. Do not completely substitute Parmesan for Pecorino Romano in a recipe. Parm has its place, and the core of some sauces, particularly Roman, it is not it. If everyone's following. Not to universally badmouth Parmesan, but it can be like asking for a Sprite and getting a Sierra Mist. Your mileage may vary. Very heartfelt and well thought out pasta take from Ted Theodore Logan, 75. That was a Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure reference.
Or Bogus Journey.
Or the recent one.
Or
Do you guys have any thoughts on his hot pasta takes? That was intense. And so rougher surface on the bronze die cut, that's what the advantage is.
it grabs the sauce more.
You got to grab that sauce.
And you're gonna
Grab
need
it.
that. Yeah, I can't have my sauce slipping off like soup.
Well, I mean, maybe if I were using like a store-bought sauce, but on a cacio de pepe or a homemade carbonara, I
Get outta here.
don't want to take a chance.
Go the extra mile.
You can't have it grab it just any old sauce.
Like, but what if I'm trying to make my own sauce, but the pasta grabs something cheap?
The pasta chose.
I don't want to work too hard today. All right, pasta.
Is that your characterization of pasta? I don't want to work.
Leave me alone. I've been stuffed in this box all day.
Yeah, you know how it is
Fresh pasta.
when you open up a box of pasta and it bursts out because it's been under pressure. It's like a
Just gotta do
snake from a can of peanut brittle.
Did you ever have one of those?
A snake
Peanut
from a
brittle or
can.
brittle?
Have I ever had a snake?
No, one of those trick toys.
Yeah.
Did you ever see one in real life?
Mhm.
Has anyone ever pranked you with one?
Has anybody ever offered you a can of peanut brittle?
No.
It's rare.
That's the first clue.
Yeah.
That you're about to get a snake.
I feel like in modern days, maybe they've worked into other things. Like you could
Yeah.
put them in some Pringles. That's
Yeah.
about it. That's about it.
More
Tennis
clever.
balls.
People don't hand me
Tennis balls.
cans of Pringles either.
Hey, Jotham, would you like to eat a can of tennis balls?
Why does
can do
this
that.
can of tennis balls have a snake in it?
It's clear. See through it.
Oh, I forgot. A lot of tennis ball canisters are transparent plastic.
Yeah.
We'll come up with some other object. What other objects come, or items come in cylinders? Pringles,
Pillsbury biscuits.
Pillsbury biscuits, but that
Those are scary on their own.
Those are
They're
Yeah.
scary. They're terrifying. It's always that.
It's already a
few
prank.
moments of uncertainty with your heart pounding.
every time you open it, it's like that scene in Pretty Woman where Richard Gere went with the jewelry box on Julia Roberts' hands.
I giggle every time.
I imagine the scene from The Simpsons where Bart had shaken the beer can and he opens it and the house like gets nuked with beer.
So there's not really. It's tough to unpack a cylinder like that and then rehouse the snake in there. So I'll say that's
Yeah.
off the books.
I was gonna say you could fit a real big snake in like a poster tube.
Oh
Long,
yes.
thin snake.
Long thin snake.
Mega snake.
What about some
Mega prank.
What about you could get a super wide snake for a can of like
Altoids.
fried onions, like onions that you put on top of like a salad or
yeah,
chili.
They come out of a tube.
They do come in a tube.
Put it in a can of Folgers. They come in those things.
Oh, Folgers,
No.
breadcrumbs. Would you like to
Fat
eat some
snake.
Folgers? You offer your friend some Folgers?
I like the idea of the snake popping out of a food item better than the poster tube. I don't know why. Just someone thinks they're gonna eat, and it's like boom. Snake.
Like some fried onions. Pringles is probably the best camouflage. You start offering fried onions and
Do you want some?
Suspect.
Do you want some
Folgers.
breadcrumbs?
Open this coffee.
If someone offers me breadcrumbs, I'm opening it up. I'm taking a handful.
Oh, yeah.
That's a person who gets me. So what else? What else is cylindrical? No, okay, just kidding. So we can move on. I don't think we should forget about that bell that rang in the middle of Aaron's second call. That was very funny. And that was good pasta talk too. I feel like this correspondence, this episode has really been great. Let's get
Agreed.
started going around. Jotham, what's new with you?
I've been doing a lot of house stuff. I told you guys a little bit, but I met with the appraiser today, and it's funny how much I treated it like like a date was coming over. Like the house is perfect. Maddie had like flowers from the garden out, 2 different areas. and because I want the house to appraise well, and I know it doesn't really matter like if it's there's like flowers on the counter or not, but
I would say any
nice touch.
any
It was a
advantage
nice touch.
you can give yourself.
But the guy, he's here no more than 10 minutes. I'm like, would you like to see the closet in the master bedroom? It's very large. He's like, no. I'm like, he took some pictures, and was gone, just like that.
Maybe he
So,
already
anyways,
knew a lot just like looking at the plans and such. Not plans.
I guess it was
but
probably good he wasn't
whatever.
too stringent and poking around.
What else did you leave out? You sent a picture to us.
I was gonna leave out Little Nitro,
Right.
which I thought would be a funny thing. Like, there's nothing else out but flowers and Little Nitro.
Did Mally not think it was going to be funny? Did it
No,
not
she
make
thought
the
it was
cut?
funny, but I think she knew I wouldn't actually do it.
Oh.
That's very funny. Now put it away. He's going to be here soon.
So you let the guy think you were a bitch.
Yeah, who can't handle?
Who likes flowers?
Yeah. This is what I eat. Flowers.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, he could smell it a mile away. He knew.
Flowers, of course. Oh man, what if you
But,
open up Little Nitro and a tiny little snake came out?
That would be cruel and hilarious.
I thought I was going to eat the
Oh.
world's hottest gummy bear. Instead, I got a
Yes.
tiny little fright.
I got bopped with the snake.
Just go, boop, straight in the nose.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, we got a new roof put on, and like dealing with roofing people sucks. They trampled half Maddie's wildflower garden, so Anyways, but there's a new roof on.
These
so that's
people
good.
got no couth, bozos with no manners.
Well, they had to come back today. They did the dwelling, like the house on Monday. They had to come back today to do the shed, and I sent like pictures with things circled, like "Don't fuck this up. Don't fuck this up. You can walk here."
Don't fuck this up.
I didn't say that.
How did
but-
you describe the people who would hang out at the gym when you used to go at 5 a.m? They were bozos with no
No
etiquette.
etiquette.
Bozos with no
Right.
etiquette. Sounds
Yeah.
like sounds like that gym is invading your roof now.
Yeah, basically.
That's the 5
but-
a.m. crew at the gym?
No. I was like, that was like the 5 p.m. crew.
Yeah, that
Sounds
sounds
like
like
it.
the after work crowd.
5 p.m. Crunch Fitness on Hillsboro. Good
Oof.
luck getting a machine.
Man,
You're not hitting legs that day. There's gonna be a line 10 deep.
And nobody's stacking weights.
No, they're just thrown everywhere.
Yeah.
Bunch of cologne. Oh, a lot of
Oh.
hair gel. Yeah, it's like a club. It's weird.
I know how it is at the club when the weights are all unorganized.
And you can't squat because there's no rack.
In the rack. So the other thing is, I'm gonna try to hitch our star. I've got something new working.
You
So as we know, the Prince Midnight thing didn't exactly pan out.
he's still early in his
exactly how it should have.
Okay, well, yes, it did. We had the Topo Chico hack. People are listening. Our listenership is up. But
Streets
I'm gonna be
Streets is watching,
talking-
I would say.
Yes. I'm going to be on 102.5 The Bone each Saturday for the rest of the month, talking about men's mental health, and they want a bio for me. So I'm going to obviously say, I'm going to mention Grand National Championships. So you should
Podcast
expect
host.
to see a bump.
This is big.
Yeah.
This is huge.
How long is
bump.
this segment that you're going to be part of?
It's a 2-hour segment that I'm going to be 15 minutes of.
And what's the subject?
Men's mental health. My employer is like sponsoring it, or we're mentioned in it.
So are you going to kind of give presentations? Are you going to take calls? What are you going to do?
Both, just kind of, I don't know, answer questions, talk about me, talk about the facility, how we can help the community.
So that would be
And
an
then
inappropriate time to call in and like do like little nitro pranks and stuff. I have a question for the mental health professional who's there. I've like just make up like a very serious and unfunny backstory, and then just be like, and I was wondering. Like if it would be possible to get the hottest bass jump and then like baba booey and then hang up, right? Would that be good for our show?
Yeah, I mean, feel free. I mean, I can't stop you.
Is that the thing that
I mean, we called in to kind of prank Grand National Championships enough times over the years. I probably deserve it.
yeah
Sharks
All
are just
three
with
call
Michael
just
really when
asked
he
to
was
speak
doing
to
it.
Jotham. Can we talk to him? We know him from work.
Wow, I really
Is
blew it coming up with a question.
102.5 The Bone still classic rock?
No.
Oh,
It's
what is
talk
it?
radio.
I don't know. Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, you're going to be
I didn't know
talking
that.
there.
I know. I thought it was odd that it was a 2-hour talk segment on a Saturday morning rock
but-
station, like a rock station.
Just
That
in the
guy,
middle
Drew-
of an
Drew
AC/DC
Garabo.
block.
Yeah.
No, I
Did you
didn't
say
know.
Drew Garabu?
Yeah, Jugarabu. He has like a long show on there. It's all like talk, right? They stopped playing.
I don't know.
I think it is.
I don't.
I'm
listen
the
to
only one that doesn't
terrestrial
live in the
radio.
area, so
Yeah, come on,
But yes,
Goran.
it did used to be The Bone, which was classic rock.
I used to listen for the bona fide traffic updates.
Wait, so is it even called The Bone anymore?
I don't think it's called. It will forever be called The Bone.
Well,
Just be
I
clear.
That's what
scheduled
we thought
something
about
on
the
my
power
calendar
grid.
tomorrow that references the bone. So hopefully it still is.
oh my god.
So glad to be here on The Bone. Thanks for the invite.
Sir.
Yeah.
It is
That
still
was-
called The Bone.
It is still called The Bone.
Real
Weird.
raw radio.
Good for them.
Yeah, but
Interesting.
it's all talk. No music on.
You mean
The
they're
Bone
scared to
anymore.
fight? Well, that's exciting. I'll be tuning in.
Yeah, what time? What days and times?
They're gonna put it on Spotify too.
The good thing is you've got all this broadcast experience now. You're going to be so smooth behind the mic.
Like, who is this
I don't
professional?
know about that, but it's just gonna be like a conversation. It's not like
Oh,
I
sure,
don't know.
sure.
I'm
Not
not
like
gonna get
this.
grilled.
Not
I'm
this
not gonna get
scripted
grilled.
radio.
Yeah, like grilled like you guys grill me
We
in
roast
the
you.
hot seat.
Hey,
Boom.
this guy, I'm not going to say that he's cheap, but last time I saw him pay for a meal, he rode a brontosaurus to the restaurant. Right? Long time ago that those dinosaurs were around. Doesn't spend money often. I'm sorry you had to get roasted like that, but I mean, that's how it is in the boys club.
That was pretty sick. Yeah.
Yeah, we're punchy in here. A little bit
Hey,
little punchy.
I'm just breaking balls. Say just breaking balls is pretty. I mean, breaking balls. That sounds awful.
Serious.
I'm
Yeah.
just breaking balls sounds like a threat. Like it could be worse.
Yeah,
Want some more?
what's worse than that?
Now I'm just breaking balls.
Imagine the future. Wow. So,
Imagine the future
Corin,
without breaking balls. Hi.
Corin, it's your turn. Oh, are you all done? Jotham, it sounds like you've had a very exciting week.
I'm all done.
We can't wait to hear how the bone goes.
Nah.
All right. I have had a stressful week at work. Let me tell you about being a lawyer. So there's like a few different types of lawyers, classes of them.
You've got your what the fuck is the blind guy who's in the Marvel universe?
your Daredevils.
You got your Daredevils. You got your Al Pacinos. Wait,
Your Harvey
You've got your
Birdman.
Thomas's Cruise.
you've got your
Maritime lawyers.
your Tom Hagens.
Your Atticus Finches. Oh, rest in peace.
Yeah.
You've got your dickheads. That's who we have. There's a lot of dickhead lawyers. So we had a discovery dispute in one of our cases. Like you have to have a conference call with the other side before you like make a motion to the court. So in a conference call, usually these things are like pretty amicable. You know, everybody knows how it's going to go. We want this. The other side doesn't want to give it to us. Fine, we'll file a motion. But like the partners at our firm were like explaining what was going on, and the other guy's just like yelling over the top of everyone, like no, 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 and like being super confrontational and like not letting anybody finish. And there's this whole school of lawyerdom that's just like, if we just bully the other side, we'll win.
It seems
Like,
almost
doesn't matter.
like based in like movies or something. Like they learn they learn how to be a lawyer from how they saw some act on a TV show or something. Are like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
I can
like-
do that.
The Paper Chase or whatever.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is that the one where Michael Keaton runs a newspaper?
Probably. So there's just like animosity. There's high animosity right now. So we're dealing with all this stress at work. So to deal with that, I downloaded the Calm app, which we all know it gets advertised to all of us. It's in all of our algorithms.
Hey, we all get ads for Cameo. Let's talk about it all day long. Cameo ads all on my screen.
These are the things that are advertised to me. I don't know why Cameo and Calm are the things coming up, but the more I talk about them, the more I'm going to get. Yeah, I don't know what is about me. What is about me?
It might be that.
All my time on IMDb and something.
All my DB.
So I got this app, and it is well, I texted you guys. It's very funny because it's like super buggy and like doesn't respond well, which is frustrating and stressful.
It doesn't calm you at all.
No. But it also is, I'm on like the free trial for like a week or something, but it's a paid app, and they have spent their money with like celebrity input. You wouldn't call it guests.
I have a question.
Celebrity content. Yeah.
I feel like I saw a name come up on a lot of Calm content recently. Could I ask you if this person is one of the ones that you've been thinking about? LeBron James.
LeBron James.
Is he heavily featured on the Calm app?
He is featured on the Calm app, yeah. Nice. He is featured in a series on mental fitness called Train Your Mind.
Oh, is that kind of like your thing, Jotham?
It's basically the same thing.
Right on, you and LeBron. Is he going to be part of the segment too?
You and King James just kicking it.
We might patch him in.
Yeah, it's like
that's what you do on the radio.
We've got
right?
LeBron on
you
the line. Yeah, they have like an old timey telephone number.
LeBron.
LeBron only uses old technology, so like you have to use that.
Klondike 5, something like that. I know that's an old exchange.
Exactly like that. His is kind of funny. I tried to listen to some of it.
It's called Winning a Basketball Game.
It's all very specific references to games that he played.
Okay.
When it was the first semifinal game against so and so, it was the first game I played with the Cavs in this series, and I had to make this really count. And he talks about how he made it really count.
But he's doing this for like different games, and how he made it count.
He's doing it. Yes, he's got a different specific game that he talks about. One for managing emotions, one for a championship mindset, one for pre-game prep, and one for the power of sleep.
There's a twist at the end. Even champions need to sleep, Jared.
Mm-hmm. No,
I don't buy it.
Show me one thing he's won.
Okay. They also have there's music, right? So they have like calming music. They have playlists, and they've enlisted some help of Sam Smith, Sigur Rós, and Moby.
I'm out.
And then they have sleep stories. So sleep stories, I guess, are stories that you play if you want to, go to sleep. And they have spent the money to get.
Is Nick Offerman in the mix?
Nick Offerman's one of them, and also Matthew McConaughey, which I have to imagine was very expensive.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
Just keep on living.
I love the way you're. I love the way you're sleeping there. Just keep on doing your thing.
Just very funny to me to pay a lot of money to an actor to pay to get content that people are gonna purposefully fall asleep during.
Well, it's probably better than, as an actor, you'd feel way better about that than like people falling asleep to your movies.
I guess so. Yeah.
Are you going to continue with after the free trial?
It's being canceled. I would have canceled it already if not for wanting to talk about it here. The most egregious thing about it is the woman's voice, who is the narrator for most of like the meditations in it, just like the ones that come with the app or whatever, the daily calms and the things like that, because she has the guided meditation voice, which immediately takes me out of any kind of calm state. They like elongate all syllables and they modulate their tone.
I feel like
in a very weird.
You're on the
way.
verge of doing an impression of it, but you haven't yet.
I don't know if I want to do the impression of it, but yeah, it's a horrible sound. It's so annoying.
And you said that the names of some of these meditations are like Calming Hard or like Calm All Over Me, stuff like that.
Don't calm yet.
Yeah.
let's
Permission
calm
to
together.
calm. Yeah.
Calm back later. Yeah, I can't stand her voice. It's insane to me that people could listen to someone talk like this.
I just think it's weird that people like
Jared.
try to decide.
Corin just started doing the impression and you cut him off. Now he's never going to start again.
I thought that was the impression.
He was going to do a second part.
Oh, sorry. Go for
Relax and feel your body.
What?
Feel your fingers. Release your toes.
No, didn't say that. Didn't say release your
it.
toes.
They've been incarcerated too long.
So they're kind of doing like a little nasal thing too. Release your toes. Do you think it's automated? It's an automated voice?
I would listen to that. I'll let a robot put me to sleep.
I enjoy when robots answer the phone.
Yeah.
And they use human speech patterns like and stuff, so that you'll enter something and it'll be like, let me look. Just before they say, your answer is 7527. Let me look.
I think I've got the information you're looking for. Would you like to hear it?
I was calling around for home insurance quotes today, and one of the girls that was like giving me like from 4 different companies, when like the screen was loading, she made her own computerized noises where she would go beep boop boop beep every time.
What?
She made these little beep boop.
What?
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was like kind of like a tick or something. She didn't even know it. It's just a insurance agent.
That's
over the phone.
fantastic.
Yeah, it was.
I would give this person the business just for doing that. That makes me want to calm.
That's sold. Sir, I haven't told you the numbers yet.
Oh, by the way, beep boop boop boop.
One moment.
I have a tendency to absentmindedly like whistle bird noises. Like if a bird makes a noise, I'll mimic the sound, sometimes like without realizing it. That's kind of my beep boop boop boop. How about you? What are your noise ticks?
What are your beep boops?
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm around my dog, I make all kinds of weird noises and speak gibberish, sometimes in very embarrassing tones.
Jared, spill it.
I just wait for somebody to say something that sounds funny. And
So,
make fun of them for it.
hell yeah. You can't get hurt if you don't put yourself out there.
Yeah.
Jotham, any ticks?
I know I make noise. I can't think of what they are though. Every once in a while, I'll make the hereditary.
Hereditary?
Noise.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's in the movie.
Is that like a glottal stop?
No, that's what you use in badminton.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I
The
forgot.
glottal stop.
That's not bad. Corin, so lawyers typically are pretty shitty, and so is the Calm app.
Correct, yeah.
Anything else?
I went on a hike.
Tell us.
Proper hike.
It was beautiful. Yeah. It started at 2,600 feet.
I mean, surely it couldn't have changed much from there.
That's
We start
Corin, that's not
below
hiking.
sea level here.
That's not hiking, that's flying. Corin.
Might as well have been. We were up on a mountain. It was so high that there was still like snow on the ground, even though it hasn't snowed in months.
Is this a John Denver song?
Yeah. High on the mountain, snow's on the ground. A girl by my side.
Sounds good. You start a fire.
America. What?
America.
See, that's exactly the kind of thing that I would jump on.
Hell yeah. Jared didn't even have to say anything, and he made it funny.
This is my John Denver impression.
America. So the hype. Go on.
Sorry, I want to talk about John Denver now.
Okay.
The only album of his that I was ever exposed to was his album with the Muppets, where they did Christmas music.
Oh, it's all Christmas
is-
music.
Ooh, I have not
Yeah.
heard that.
There's a Muppet Christmas album with John Denver.
Only
That's
John
like
Denver?
one. Yeah, I mean, and all the Muppets.
I know.
And every Muppet. We all know that song. That was probably on the album.
The hands all in me.
The hands all in me. That's how they're operated. You got to put it right up there. You can't be shy about it.
Did no one else have this in their life?
Does
John
no
Denver
one
Christmas?
else know of which I speak? What year was it? 78?
I think it was 80s. I think it was an 80s album.
So John Denver, Muppet Christmas. Is anyone
Yeah.
looking this up?
It's delightful. It was in heavy rotation in my household. Still gets played at Christmas time.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
Yeah. The 12 Days of Christmas, Miss Piggy does the 5 golden rings.
Was it one of these
like-
covers?
Yeah, the dark one on the top.
The greener one rather than the bluer one?
The darkest one.
The darkest one. Oh yeah, there's one where he's committing blasphemy. That's pretty dark.
He's sacrificing.
Make Christmas together.
Wait, hold on. What is John Denver sacrificing?
His dignity.
Would you?
Sorry, Muppets.
I'm just kidding.
It's the Muppets.
I was gonna say he's sacrificing Gizmo, but that's not a
Rolf.
Sure.
Is Gizmo a Muppet though?
Is there a
what?
Gizmo Muppet?
In a sense, he is. If you think about it. Also, is Gizmo a lady?
Unknown.
Asexual. They reproduce by
Water.
shedding spores.
Oh, so they're like a fungus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
or a coral.
They're like a coral.
Like that boy from The Walking Dead.
Yeah. Coral, get back here. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. A hike, a John Denver Christmas album, and a whole slew of Muppets.
Ain't that the truth?
Jared, can you top that?
I can't. My weekend was not as exciting. I got some working out in, did a bike ride, organized the house a bit, and I watched every episode of the new series Invincible upon Corin and Aaron's recommendation.
Oh, and now you recommend it to me.
And I recommended it to Jotham. I recommend it to everybody.
I haven't
Not
heard
you, Esther.
anything
You wouldn't
of it.
get it.
Don't watch it with your kids.
Yeah. I had to tell my buddy, I was like, you need to watch Invincible, but he shows his boy, John Niles, he shows his boys like everything. They're really into sci-fi, really into superheroes and everything. And he's shown them The Predator, like that's the kind of thing they can
Handle.
I was like, they can handle, but I was like, just preview the first episode before you show it to your kids, just to make sure.
Yeah, you're not going to... The first scene, John Denver commits blasphemy. The kids are not going to like this.
It's definitely not the first scene. But I really rather enjoyed it.
Really rather.
It's very good.
Yeah,
I like it a lot. Here's something. I'm going to steal Jared's thunder.
that's fine.
I liked it so much that I watched the whole thing, and then this week I did something I haven't done in a long time, which is I went to a comic shop, and I went and bought like the first compendium of all the comics for Invincible.
Is it just one like big book, or is it like continuing series?
It's it came out as individual monthly
It's over
comics.
now.
Yes, it is finished.
And was that that compendium? It was probably like a big stack on a table that was labeled casuals, and say just for like not real comic fans, just like TV people. It may have said on it. These books are for TV people.
Yeah. If you like The Walking Dead, you'll like this.
Yeah.
Probably.
Don't worry, I had a few other purchases stacked on top of it to make sure they knew I was like legit.
This is for my nephew.
He's 7.
Yeah, he's one of those people you're describing. I would do the same.
I had a couple trades of Black Science and then some back issues in there too. So don't worry.
Yeah, you've told us a couple times not to worry. I'm not worried. Sounds like you've got things handled.
I also watched the first episode of the new Star Wars series, The Bad Batch, which is the animated series. It's not for me. I don't like it. I don't really like the animated shows.
Yeah.
But you liked Invincible.
Yes.
Invincible
Not
sounds
all animated shows, specifically Star Wars.
Invincible sounds awesome. I hope someone recommends it to me at some point.
Don't worry about it.
God damn it. Sounds so good. I just need that recommendation.
It's really good,
Could one of you guys send me an invite?
I heard about it in the gaming text thread. Just kidding. I'll never join. Never.
No way.
Well, you have to be invited for one thing.
So
Well, I wouldn't join anyways.
You can't Publix hack your way into our gaming thread. Publix hacks can't solve every problem, Jotham.
Yeah.
That's mainly it.
I mean, yeah, other than the working out and the bike ride and the organizing, hasn't really been a whole lot except for work. So, not a lot to report this week.
Invincible, that kind of ties into one of the songs on my playlist tonight. We'll be talking about that at the end of the show. Everybody stay tuned. Keep that in mind.
teaser.
So
That's what I call you.
That's me.
My little teaser.
Okay. It's my turn. It's my week. I mean, here's my week. My week is mainly today. Today, I went out to lunch at, it was like 12:30, 12:45. Went out and got a gyro. And I was sitting in my car eating my gyro, like a sad, lunchtime look, like watching YouTube on my phone through my car stereo, really feeling the bass of it. And then I got a message from back in the office that everybody's going out to eat together, boss's treat. And I'd already eaten my gyro at this point. And so I went back to the office. Oh no, I'm sorry. What happened is, they said, they're getting Mexican food. Everyone's getting some Mexican food. And I was like, oh, well, I've already got my gyro, so they don't have to order anything for me. And so that was my, my operating assumption, is that they were getting Mexican food delivered. And so I got back to the office and everyone was gone. It turns out they had gone out to eat, everyone else in the office except for me. And enjoyed a lunch together. They were gone for like another 2 hours after I got back. Apparently, everyone just had an awesome time. They came back laughing, like, "Woo! What's up, yes!" Like, okay, everybody went out and got loose at the Mexican restaurant for lunch. I've just been sitting here alone, and it was
awesome.
It was awesome. Yeah, I did not have. Oh, it was. I didn't even think about the fact that it's Cinco de Mayo. Going out to a Mexican restaurant. Right on the nose, these people.
Yeah, a little too on the nose.
You do Greek on Cinco de Mayo.
By the way,
no one sees it coming.
I'm referring to my coworkers when I say right on the nose, these people. Do you say we do Greek on Cinco de Mayo?
You do, yeah.
Tumbleweeds in the Greek restaurant. Like, why is nobody here?
Yeah.
That's smart. No one's going to think of it.
But so that made me feel a little bit left out, but I did enjoy not having anyone around for so long. That's like the best, is just being in the office with like no one else there. Like you just
Totally.
chuck a tennis ball against the far wall. So yeah, that was my
What restaurant they go to?
I forget the name of it. It's on 4th Street. I mean, I'm assuming because we'd gone there one other time before. Any St. Petersburgians, it's the one on 4th Street south. Like, no, it's I can't remember what it's called, but it's not part of that crew. It's like right next to the McDonald's on 4th Street south, like south of Roser Park.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Hi-yo, silver away.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay, that was the biggest attempt.
I can't remember.
Hi-yo. What?
I was saying Gallo because I thought Gallo was
Gallo. What's that?
Was in the name.
Guaco. Guacamole. You're thinking of an ingredient.
Did you have that? Oh no, you went to Greece.
No, man. I had a.
Was it on your gyro?
Oh, did you have some?
I had a car gyro.
Did they have a Mexican style gyro?
Yeah, exactly.
For Cinco de Mayo?
Yeah, it's a tortilla with, I guess, like gyro meat, but I guess you'd have like some kind of like queso on it, maybe
Sour cream.
crema, creme fraiche.
No,
Okay.
Jared liked crema.
I don't know why crema made me laugh, but sure.
Is it because it sounds vaguely academic? It's like, look at all these various varieties of crema. It's like a phylum. Oh no, Jared's stumbling about. Schema. Maybe that's the word that I'm thinking it reminds me of. Schema and crema. Oh, that would be a good name for a couple of morning DJs. Hey, what's up, everybody? Schema and crema. Schema and schema. Oh, yeah.
Pitch that at the point while you're there. Shit with them.
Yeah.
I'm making notes.
Schema and crema.
I liked Screamo too.
They could also be like bad guys on Power Rangers or something. Like
Schema
Rita
and-
Repulsa summons Screama and Crema.
Schema and
They're
crema.
twins.
We keep saying screama. There's
Yeah,
one-
because it's better.
I have one other thing that's been on my mind. It's not like all my other thoughts that are going to come to a perfect conclusion. This one's a little more up in the air.
Right.
There was a time. I just realized I was about to start singing that Aerosmith song. There was a time when I was so brokenhearted.
Oh no.
When it seemed like car stereo installation places were all over, and they were part of major chains. Like in Best Buy, there was like a whole big area that was all like, here are car stereos, and you can get, aftermarket modifications. You can get, the bass receiver things. You can get speakers done, all that
Subs.
stuff. Anything you want. Subs, speaker box, thrown in the back. Subs, DOMs, whatever you want.
Throw them in the back.
But now it seems that the only car stereo emporiums are kind of like, they're all called like Top Dog and stuff like that. And it's like bad to the bone motors. And it's like, if you want to get a car stereo, you have to be like a super badass. It's like, is there
Those
anywhere?
are the only people that enjoy music.
Yeah, if you like listening to music in your car, then you know that you're not a fucking pussy. So what I want to know is there a place where I can go where it's just like just a person wearing a polo shirt who will just like say, hello, sir.
I think Best Buy still has that to some degree.
They just have like a smaller entrance for it.
Yeah, I think so.
You have to walk around back.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely positive. What about oh man, I think that place might be closed too. I think you're right. What happened?
It was
the car
absorbed by all
stereo
the
boom.
badass dudes.
They cornered the market.
They cornered the dudes. They told them to give up the business. It's like,
Told them to give him the business.
yeah, see? You're going to give up that
Yeah.
car stereo dealership, see?
Yeah.
A stereo dealership? But anyway,
But like maybe like newer cars have pretty good systems in them already, so people don't seek them out as much.
that's your
Yeah.
position.
That's my
I
assumption.
can see that.
So car stereos have just gotten so much better in the last 20 years, almost like statistics for
niche
deaths
market.
on the road. It's like it's just improved so much. We just don't need the aftermarket stereos as much as we used to.
Yeah, so it's only the truly committed, only the ones who need that bass to rumble them guts.
I have a question for you guys.
Saying a lot of things.
How many of you had a removable faceplate on a stereo at some point that you would take off and carry around with you? I had one of those.
Yeah, that's.
I don't think I'd really take it off though. I think I'd just leave it.
Well, that's
Yeah.
the only reason that they were. You're lucky that didn't get stolen every day.
You flustered Alistair.
I was living loose back then.
Yeah, you didn't give a fuck about anything.
Oh, yeah. There's no CDs anymore. So, I mean, would you just have a stereo with a face that didn't? You didn't
Well, I mean,
put CDs
you'd have
into?
your Sirius XM. You got to have your Bluetooth, maybe an aux input.
Yeah,
These are
I mean,
still
that- there's
important.
Bluetooth and aux.
Pardon
Aux
me.
is on its way out, pretty much.
Just USB now.
I guess so.
USB now.
That's right.
Just gonna stay here.
Men at work.
I think so. Yeah. Who can it be now? US it be now.
I get it. Well, everyone's on board with
Okay.
you. You don't have to do any extra work.
USB-C now.
See, never mind. Jared took it home. All right, well, guys, I feel like I've really been rambling a lot this episode. I apologize. But anyway, so I want to find some way around car stereo tough guy culture and just find someone in a polo shirt who will call me sir. Like, I'll hand them money. They'll hand me back my car into my hands.
Sound Exchange, I think. If it's,
I think they're out of
exists.
business too.
Sound exchange? Sound
Yeah, that'd
advice,
be
you
good.
mean?
Yeah.
Sound maybe. Oh, yeah,
Sound
Advice,
Exchange
yeah,
is
Sound
a
Exchange.
record store.
Advice.
Sound Exchange is that's Disc Exchange that I'm thinking of. With the mountains of discs, the mountains of CDs.
Yeah.
and the,
But Sound Exchange is another place with a couple of locations, one in Tampa, one in St. Pete. This episode brought to you by various record stores.
Yeah, a lot of local businesses. That one Mexican place on 4th Street.
Yeah, try McDonald's or maybe a gyro.
Yeah.
McDonald's is right
You
next
want
door.
a euro? Yeah.
You're gonna love this restaurant. There's a McDonald's right next door. All right. Well, do you guys want to see if we could try doing?
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
It's time for every human's favorite question and answer fun game. I already knew that a long time ago. With your host,
Alistair St. Hill. I don't know if anyone gets why that's funny, but he was saying Alistair St. Hill, but I turned him down to say it myself. All right, this week on movies and other things with Alistair St. Hill, we are going to be... Yeah, it's mainly a movie quiz. It's a portmanteau-based quiz. That means the answer is going to be one idea appended to another with a common syllable or series of syllables between them.
Okay.
We call this quiz Angelina Joe Lieberman sometimes. You guys know what to expect. All right, so it's mainly movies. I think every clue has a movie in it. And in most cases, it's two movies together. But in some cases, it might be an actor or, something else. And I just wrote down the answers. So I'm freestyling the questions. Question 1. Let me write down everybody's name so I can keep track of the score. I'm not going to do any of the bullshit games that you guys have been doing lately. Like if you answer fast enough, you get 4 points, or if you don't answer in time, you get 2 points. We're just going straight answers here this time, guys. Chiming in using your name. Question 1. Mark Wahlberg is in both of these movies. One of them is a sequel. In fact, I'll go so far as to say these are two movies. The first one is a remake of a movie. Mark Wahlberg's in it. And the second one is a sequel to a movie, a franchise that Mark Wahlberg is in. It's a double Wahlberg. First movie. Okay, here comes another hint. The first movie, directed by a widely acclaimed Oscar-winning filmmaker. The second movie, less so. So a very prestigious movie and a very bullshitty movie.
Was the sequel you said it was a remake or a sequel?
First one's a remake, second one's a sequel. The esteemed one is a remake, the garbage one is a sequel. Oh, it's coming together.
God damn
I know
it.
the first one, I don't know the second one.
Well, maybe if you
I know
say
the
it
second
slowly
one.
to yourself, it'll come to you.
Sequel of a franchise that was not acclaimed.
It's not acclaimed. I think there have only been these 2 movies. I say franchise. It's the sequel. I'm going to close it out in 5, 4, 3, 2. The answer is The Departed 2.
Oh, Ted.
Mark Wahlberg, star of The Departed and Ted 2.
He was in that.
I don't like leaving money on the table.
Question 2. An actor who became an action star late in his career, and a movie where a weird dude teaches a family how to wheeze grindage. So we have an actor who's late in his career became an action star, and a movie about wheezing grindage, showing a country family how to wheeze grindage.
Oh God.
What kind of who are these guys who become action stars late in in their 60s?
What?
I know. I just don't know the name of the Pauly Shore movie.
Come on, he was wheezing grindage the whole time.
What is the name of that?
Oh man. I think I know the first one. I don't know the second one.
What do you think the
Can
first one?
Can we tag?
Try and tag
it?
team it, guys.
I think the first is Liam Neeson.
Oh, the second one is Son-in-Law.
Liam Neeson-in-law.
I'm going to give each of you an ironic point. All right, question 3.
Theoretical point.
Theoretical point. All right, here's one that's a movie and a not movie. This is an emotional war epic, and a guy who's been in a whole lot of movies, the guy from Drive. Here we go. Epic war movie, guy from Drive. Shouldn't take that long.
Jared.
Oh, Jotham.
Jotham, go.
Saving Private Ryan Reynolds.
Jared. for the
Jared,
steal.
go.
Saving
What?
Private Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
That's a
Damn it.
That's a real point.
You hate
for
to
Jared.
see it.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. Well, I was a layup for Jared. Glad you didn't miss it
Thanks.
like I did. Jared's gonna win again.
So far, he's winning 2.5 to 1/2 to 0. All right. First, this is 2 movies. The first movie is a Robert Altman film about the seedy underbelly of Hollywood in the early 90s. The second is a pre-James Bond Daniel Craig vehicle. So we've got Daniel Craig. Well, first we have a Robert Altman
I
film.
don't know.
It's about Hollywood. It's a satire. It's a it's a dark comedy about Hollywood in 1992, 93. And then we have
So it's not Nashville.
if you say it's not something, I believe you. And then we have Daniel Craig before he became before
Is the
he
Daniel Craig movie also a British gangster movie?
Yes. I think I believe, Jared, am I thinking of the right movie?
I'm thinking of this. I think so.
Do they use a 4 as an A in the title? Maybe.
Yes, I think so. But
Are we thinking of the same movie? Anyway, so
Yeah.
does anyone have a guess?
Fantastic Four.
Yeah, the Fantastic Okay,
I
what?
just don't know what the Robert Altman movie is. I have an idea, but then it doesn't make sense when I say it.
Try to say it out
Say them
loud.
together.
No,
Shortcuts, layer cake.
Oh, no. All right, anyone? 5, 4,
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. It's The Player Cake.
Oh,
The
The
player.
Player with Tim Robbins. Come on,
Nah,
that's good stuff.
I only knew
I don't-
shortcuts.
I didn't even know that existed.
I didn't even know it existed.
Furio.
Give me $1,000. All right, this is an question. Next question. this movie.
This is an question. Next question.
This is an Eddie Murphy film and a Jason Biggs film together.
Corin,
Go.
Coming to American Pie.
Well, yep.
Calming.
Yes, Calming to American Pie.
Calming in American Pie.
Come on, man.
Calm.
Hey, come on, dude. Some of our friends' kids listen to this. They love
Wait, was that correct?
action heroes like us.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coming to American Pie.
Okay.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I hear it now.
Yeah, because I said it 3 times. Okay. Okay, question the next. A movie by a previously mentioned acclaimed director and the biggest hit by alt rockers Rage Against the Machine. Oh, wait, no, it's not. Maybe it's the biggest hit. It's a very big hit.
Jared,
Go.
Raging Bulls on Parade.
Ah.
Jared gets it. That's why he's winning 2.5 to 1.5. Up next, Robert De Niro's comic turn
Oh no.
and the movie that was featured in Mystery Science Theater 3000, the movie. So we've got a Robert De Niro comic performance and then the movie that they watched in Mystery Science Theater 3000,
God damn
the
it.
movie. Corin's really torn up about this.
Wait.
He's a big fan of both those.
Is the first one directed by Martin Scorsese?
No. Not sure who directed it. If I had to guess, I'd say something like Chris Columbus. But I have
Wait,
no
what
idea.
was the Robert De Niro movie again?
What's the Robert De Niro
Comedic
movie?
turn.
I said it's comedic. I'm not going to tell you the name of it.
Comedic. Oh.
Oh, comedic.
Oh, it's not the King of Comedy?
That's what I was
Do you consider that funny?
Dark comedy. It was great.
I'm not implying anything.
Robert
I
De
just
Niro.
talk this way.
Wait, what was the second part?
I know the
Oh,
second
I'll tell
part.
you who directed this movie.
What,
I
say the second
said
part
Chris
again.
Columbus, but it was actually Harold Ramis.
Oh,
A Harold
Say the second
Ramis
part.
movie with a Bobby De Niro comic turn. Second movie that Jotham keeps chattering about me repeating is the movie that they watched in Mystery Science Theater 3000, the movie.
Oh yeah, I'm still not gonna
Yeah, I
get
don't
it.
think you'll ever
I
get
think
that.
I know what that is, but now I'm not 100% sure.
Well,
Is it This Island Earth? Is that the...
that's not the whole
MST3K?
answer to the question. Is
Right.
that your
Meet
whole
the
answer?
parents. Blah blah blah.
Meet the parental this island earth. All right, you give up?
Yes.
Jared refuses to give up.
I know the second part. I just don't know the first part.
Okay, well, the quiz involves knowing both parts.
I know. Damn.
I know, but it's so important you to be like, I know, guys, I know, everybody, I know
I
part
just
of
want
it.
y'all to know that I know more than you.
Analyze
particular
this island Earth.
Hmm.
At this
Analyze
point in the
this.
quiz, I'd like to take a brief break just to discuss that
Brought to you by the 4th Street Mexican place.
I was It's like everybody,
Nostalgia moment sponsored by.
I take a tiny little break and like I look back and you guys are all gone. Like, hey man, we're at the place.
Taco break.
So I was looking at IMDb's list of 500 top movies of all time. So the film CKY2K, which is Bam Margera's whatever he does back in the 2000. That movie is number 47 all time on the IMDb greatest films. It's ahead of Trainspotting, Casablanca, Doctor Strangelove, and Others. You'll find that Others are also behind that.
Well, Paddington 2 overtook Citizen Kane last week.
Yeah, I've heard people.
An 80-year-old review came out against Citizen Kane, so it dropped to 99%. And Paddington 2 still at 100.
I've heard a lot of good things about Paddington 2. I've never heard anyone say anything bad about it.
And both Paddingtons, yeah.
Okay, well, don't go crazy. Okay. This question. This is another film by a greatly acclaimed director, a late era film by someone who might be considered the greatest film director of all time. And maybe a scary movie that I've never seen. I don't know how it works, but it might be one of those movies where like a guy gets summoned by saying his name.
What was the first part again?
Very acclaimed director, late era film. Not super late era. At this point, it's got to be 20 years old.
A slight description of the first film?
Well, I don't know. That second one was just so dead on. Okay, so it's Tom Hanks is in this film. And I would say it's one of the first times that we really got to hear Tom Hanks do his accent work.
Jared.
I think he's going to say something funny. Go, Jared.
Catch me if you candy, man.
Yeah. There we go.
Catch me if you candy, man. I called it a late era work, but that's like 20 years old now, right?
I was going to say life is like a box of chocolates, man.
Zemeckis.
Yeah.
Okay. Here is... All right, question. Here's the question. The first thing is a movie. The second thing is a person. My chair just made a weird noise, and so I went. This is a movie from a Matt Damon franchise, and a lady who featured heavily in a cameo role in Spider-Man 2. Who once tried to say goodbye, but then choked.
I never saw this. I never saw Spider-Man 2.
But one time she tried to say goodbye, but she choked. And then, in even more hilarious turn, she tried to walk away, but stumbled. I'm reciting words from a song, by the way.
I see.
Does anyone want to hear my impression?
Yes.
I try to say goodbye, but I choke.
Do you know that song?
What was the first part again?
I've wiped it clean with my impression. It's a Matt Damon. Is that the right name?
Jared.
Okay, Jared, go.
The Born Supremacy Gray.
The Born Supremacy Gray.
Very good.
I didn't write that down yet. Okay, so Jared has 4.5 points. Corum with 1.5 points. Next question. This is a movie that was made as an animated film and then remade as a live action film. And then, second movie is a comedy starring Steve Carell and Paul Rudd. We've got an animated film, I'll say it, a Disney film. There was an animated feature in the 90s and recently remade as a live action film. Abutted with a comedy starring Steve Carell and Paul Rudd. Guest roles from Jermaine Clement, David Walliams, Octavia I always mix up the actress and the sci-fi writer, Octavia Spencer and Octavia Butler. I'm going to say the wrong one.
What was the first part again?
I can't. No. No, it's a movie, an animated film from the 90s that was remade as a live action film recently. There's only so many of them, but there are so many of them. It's a comedy starring Steve Carell and Paul Rudd.
Jared, I think I have the answer.
Oh, okay. That's the perfect time to chime in.
A lad dinner for schmucks.
Nailed it. This guy knows how to...
What was the second one?
I was going 101
Schmucks.
Dalmatians, 40-year-old version. Ah, fuck.
Dinner for
Schmucks.
Schmucks.
Yeah. Jermaine Clement was the clue.
I did not know that's how you pronounce that. Jermaine Clement. I didn't realize they were both Trochets.
Oh, what the fuck is a Trochet?
I think I may have it backwards. It's isn't Corn knows what I'm talking about. Trochet. Isn't that when you have an accented or an unaccented syllable followed by an accented syllable? Ba-bum, ba-bum. Jermaine Clement. The way you pronounced it.
Is
Trochee. Is that it? Is everybody looking this up?
I have no idea.
Okay, I thought I can't tell the difference between you guys just being
Vacantly staring.
Yeah.
and looking up stuff.
Yeah, and being super hard at work doing research. It looks the same. Next question. A film in which Al Pacino implores us to say hello to his little friend, and a John Woo movie.
Corin.
Oh my gosh. Jotham, who'd you hear first?
Corin.
All right, go, buddy.
Man. He doesn't want to give it to me.
Scarface off.
What'd you say?
Did you hear me? Said Scarface off.
Oh, yeah, that's correct. 2.5 to 5.5. We're down to the last two questions, which we always make it interesting. 5 points each. Last questions.
Oh yeah.
Jared loves it when we get 5 when we raise the stakes when he's winning handily.
When people don't deserve win. It's awesome.
All right.
Feeling good.
Penultimate question. This is a Christian Bale starring vehicle and a Johnny Depp like weird sexy movie with a French-ish title that maybe nobody really wanted. Christian Bale movie, and then a Johnny Depp. Like, I don't know anything about this movie except it's got a very kind of fun to say title, and it seems maybe vaguely sexy.
Can you tell us anything else about the Christian Bale movie?
I mean, anything I say about it will tell you exactly which movie it is.
How about the second one? Any clues to that one?
Based on a novel by Bret Easton Ellis. The second one is
I think I know the second one.
Jared,
go. Oh, he's gonna. I hope he's right. He's having a hard time. I think he's putting it together. It's hard to say. You have to really think about it.
Okay. American Psycho Chocolat.
Well, you didn't say it right. It would be American Psy Chocolat.
So I didn't get it right.
You got it. All right, so that's 5 points. Psy Chocolat. Does anyone have any familiarity with that movie Chocolat?
I've only seen the poster.
Yeah.
It's two faces very close together.
Yeah.
Eating chocolate.
Yeah, only the thinnest sheet of chocolate between them. Kiss me through the chocolate. That's a funny phrase. All right, last one. 5 points, but I got to say Jared's winning 10.5 to 2.5. first movie. This is two movies pushed up together. First one is about a military trial. The second one is the first Hughes Brothers movie from 1993. Hughes Brothers, about life on the street. Jared, go.
A Few Good Menace to Society.
That's correct. Jared takes it 15.5 to 2.5. That's a sound thromping that he gave over him. Well done, Jared.
Womp again.
Take no pleasure in whooping everybody's ass.
I just take no pleasure, full stop. Do you guys want to take a brief break and then do
please.
news, or do we need to cut it off now?
No, we can take a little breather.
Okay, Corin. A lot of fun. Hey everybody, we're back. This is Grand National Championships, and I think it's just about time for a little bit of something I like to call Jared doing the news.
What?
Jerry.
Unless you're not ready.
No, I'm ready. So there's a recent trend of people trying to get high. People are always trying to get high, right?
Sometimes they use cocaine.
Well, now people are using
Angel
rotten
trumpets.
meat.
Oh.
Rotting meat.
Rotting meat. Decomposing. That's been decomposed, or it's been rotting for like a few weeks to months to years, and then consuming it, and people are saying that they experience a very euphoric sensation in
Disgusting.
addition to explosive incontinence.
Explosive incontinence. Wouldn't that be? It's like oxymoron.
No, incontinence does not mean calmness. It's not like the app. Incontinence should be called supercontinence. just so people know what's going on.
Oh, consonants. How do you say that word?
Continent?
Incontinence.
Incontinent. So if you're continent,
Everything's
you're not
okay.
pooping
You can pee.
everywhere.
You're on the wagon.
No, that's constipated. Right?
Wait, but are these words related? Continent?
Incontinent, I thought just means like you can't hold.
And is
any
it
of
spelled
your-
the same as like Antarctica? Like incontinent?
intercontinental champion?
Yes, you are certainly not that after you've eaten weeks old rotting meat.
Yeah. So how far would you guys go to get high?
Well, I mean, tell me more about this.
Not that far.
Well, I don't think I'm going to do it. So,
You
rotten
gave
meat.
a very wide range of how rotten the meat has to be.
Yeah, you said
Like,
anywhere
does it
from
get you
days
more
to
high
months.
if it's from like if
It
it's a
depends
year old?
on the length of time, the types of meat used. Some people use chicken. Some people use
I would use
pork.
filet, maybe a ribeye.
That's just the age.
And Jared, you're right. Incontinence can be with defecation too.
And it is spelled like continent, like Antarctica.
Huh.
How about that?
Do they have the same root?
I don't know.
I don't know.
We don't know.
Continuous.
yeah,
But yeah, so basically it's the meat is fermented, and that's about as deep as it goes into the science.
Says it also means exercising self-restraint, especially sexually. Continent.
So if you're in, oh wow.
So if you're incontinent, you're getting that thing out nonstop.
one way or the other.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I didn't do it. I don't have to apologize.
Yeah, right.
And also,
You don't have to
able
apologize if you're incontinent either.
So if the highest you've ever been, if you can get the highest you've ever been, but you had to be bedridden with diarrhea for
Here's-
like a week.
I mean, I think I did it.
Yes.
Now, I was
and-
never a professional at getting high. I think maybe like Corin and Jotham were at certain points in
like
their
a-
lives.
No,
Didn't
when you say
lick
getting high, you
toads.
mean cocaine?
I mean cocaine.
Yeah, okay.
No, but when Jared, when you say the highest you've ever been, to me that's not a pleasant place. Like I would like to be probably like 15% of the highest I've ever been to be like pleasantly high.
Yeah, I don't think these people worry about being pleasantly high if they're eating rotten meat.
No, they're really chasing it at that point. I imagine those are the same people that would like, what's so you're smelling shit? Is it ginseng? Maybe it's the ammonia in the shit.
What is happening? You're smelling that? People smell shit to
Yeah,
get high.
I'm gonna look this up. I'm gonna look it up while we're talking.
You
What
huff
are you
poop?
claiming?
Huff poo. Oh no, you're thinking Huff Po. It's a online news aggregation source.
Ariana Huffpo.
Huff poo.
That's also a Pokemon.
Huff Poora.
Some even claim to prefer the taste, which is often
Jenkum.
described as cheesy and more acidic than your average steak. If you're talking about
Cheesier
I
than
wouldn't say
standard.
that about any steak, so I imagine it's
Jotham
More so.
found the answer. What is it, Jotham?
Jenkum, Jenkem, is an inhalant and hallucinogen created from fermented human waste. In the mid-90s, it was reported to be a popular street drug among Zambian children.
Oh no.
They put the feces in a jar and then seal it with a balloon or lid and leave it out to ferment in the sun. Then they would inhale the fumes.
woof. That's harsh, man. That's a harsh toke.
Well, and you said it was what kind of drug?
And don't do inhalants.
Learn a lesson so true. There's danger in inhalants. They can break you in two.
they can break
So
you
never
into.
sniff inhalants.
So never sniff inhalants. Yeah.
Inhalants raising you over its head and breaking you in half over its knee.
There's danger in inhalants, Jared.
Obviously.
Learn
Anyways.
a lesson so true.
You guys want to eat some rotten meat? Try
Some
some
cheesy steak.
I
lay out
left that
some
life
beef, some
behind,
chicken.
Jared.
And no, it's cool. It's totally legal.
That's my
not
main
the dividing
concern.
line between sober and not sober.
I'll do it with you, Jared.
All right, let's go.
I'm not uptight like these assholes. I still know how to party.
Yeah. That's what I have for the news.
Jotham, how's your news?
Ugh, it's
Oof, Marone.
weak. No, I was
Wait,
wondering
hold
if
it, what
you
is it?
guys
It's Newsweek.
Newsweek.
Oh, I was just thinking it's weak. My news is weak.
Oh, it's weak.
My news is weak. It's weak.
That's from the Godfather 3. Do you guys remember in the 80s, I guess, Domino's Pizza had a controversial mascot,
Yep.
the Noid?
He's back.
Yeah.
He's coming back. Oh, you knew that? He's coming back?
I heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
all aware.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay. Well,
Jeez.
I have a Noid related story that I discovered. But once you're finished, I'll let you.
Jesus, Jotham hasn't even said the first word of his news story.
I'm just saying, I got a postscript for this.
I get a better one.
yeah, I mean, I didn't really remember the guy, but I started reading the story and I got really sad of like why he was so controversial.
Why?
Oh, why was he? He's
Yeah,
just
why was he-
annoying.
Oh,
'cause he
there
would
was a
steal
guy with the
pizzas.
same last name who was mentally
Okay,
ill.
this was the thing
who
that I
went
was
into
gonna say.
rob a Domino's, and then ultimately ended up killing himself. But I'm surprised they're bringing that character.
He didn't
back
kill
at all.
himself during that incident.
No,
but yeah, there
no,
was a
he died
guy
later.
named his name was Noid. His last name was Noid, and he thought that Domino's Pizza was targeting him specifically.
Is this your
making fun of
related?
him.
Is this your Noid related? Because this is my
Yes.
fucking story.
Yeah. Sorry.
Hey,
This is
Jotham.
the story.
Yeah, Jotham, and I want to handle this delicately, but is this something you're going to be talking about on the bone?
Maybe. I need some good talking points.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come
Kenneth
on.
Lamar Noid. His last name is literally Noid. And
Yeah.
he held up Domino's pizza deliveries.
Held up?
Yeah, like
I think it was just one
went into-
time.
Like
wasn't it?
numerous
he
times.
went into one, but like he did the thing that the Noid, tried to do and all the Domino's commercials. Right?
Yeah, I mean, well, this was the 80s. This was a long time ago. I can understand how Jotham might not be aware of it, just that even the small difference in age between, it's not that small, the difference in age between us. What are you, 36, 37?
36.
Whatever. I feel like that's just enough of a gap for there to be like these massive differences in like our young upbringing. Plus, like with the way your parents were, there's no way they would let you watch the Noid.
We weren't allowed to watch Noid commercials. He
the
looks
devil.
vaguely familiar, but I just don't really remember it.
They took the advice to heart. They avoided the Noid.
I believe he had.
That's why it turned out so well.
He had long ear things, and sometimes he would pull them down in frustration. He was claymation, right?
Yeah. He's coming back in video games now. He's going to be opposite Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, he had his own video games in the NES. Yo Noid.
I hear he's going to be opposite Hugh Jackman in the latest revival of Guys and Dolls.
The Crash Bandicoot name doesn't carry quite the weight that it does.
Yeah.
Like since the late 90s.
Yeah, who do you think you are, Kirby? Has anyone ever done a Curb Your Enthusiasm mashup, but they insert Kirby in to do Larry David's
Kirby,
parts?
Your Enthusiasm.
Kirby Your
He just
Enthusiasm.
inhales it in every awkward social situation. He just inhales them.
Settles every situation. Yeah, no problem. Let's get on that. That sounds pretty easy to animate.
Kirby your enthusiasm.
Yeah. This will be a big hit. Like everyone's going to love this 5-second clip. So that's it. Noid news.
That's it in Noid news.
Yeah, the Noid is really it's always kind of been there at the fringes of popular culture, waiting for the right moment to come back, and here it comes. Corin, did anything happen?
Some things happen. New smart farming robot unveiled that smokes weed with high-powered lasers for healthy weeding.
Hold on.
Oh, this is cool.
Did you start out by saying robot?
Did I?
Robot.
Yeah, I think you said a new farming robot. I think you say robot accidentally more often than you realize.
I don't doubt it. Weeds compete for soil nutrients, water, space, and sunlight with crops farmers grow to help feed people. Now, a third-generation weeding robot armed with lasers and powered by AI offers the ultimate labor-saving device, while also eliminating the need for chemical herbicides. The autonomous weeder by Carbon Robotics can eliminate 100,000 weeds per hour and clear 15 to 20 acres in a single day, numbers that require a person working an entire season to match.
That's using a laser to burn things.
Smoking those weeds.
Yeah,
Smoking.
it's smoking the weeds. It's trundling down a row of crops. A battery of 12 cameras scan the ground, identifying weeds through machine learning and killing them with a CO2 laser. CO2 lasers use science to generate powerful beams of light that are concentrated through mirrors inside the laser. The robots onboard supercomputers ensure millimeter precision with its laser so as to avoid accidentally clipping crops.
Well, this is the beginning, right? All I gotta do is flip that switch and say, identify people instead of weeds.
You've been saying it's the beginning for 30 years.
Hey, nobody says how long the beginning is going to be.
Yeah, exactly. This
The
is going to be
beginning of
this is going to be a millennia-long enslavement of the human race. So, the beginning might be 100 or 200 years.
the beginning is this long. Just imagine how long the actual thing is.
I believe I said millennia.
I love this thing. I'm into it.
Is there a picture of it? Is it cute?
No, it's just it's big. It's a huge square machine that just drives up and down rows of crops, burning things with lasers.
Like inch by inch, row by row?
Correct. I like the idea of machine learning and AI using lasers to burn things.
Right, so
Burn
it's starting
down
to know,
forests.
like, sometimes the weeds look like this, but sometimes they look like this. It's like, do they use that click all the squares that have traffic lights in them? It's that type of technology.
Captcha.
Yeah,
Which-
click all
which
the squares
have
that have
weeds?
weeds in
Okay.
them.
Here's a question that I want to know: Do the machines understand that the things that they're not supposed to burn are things that provide us food?
Oh, no.
Not yet, they don't.
Don't let them find that shit out.
But
They
with
can cut us
machine
off.
learning and AI,
That's
It's
what I'm saying.
inevitable.
Like, how can you like this? How can you be a fan of this?
because I'm ready for it all to come to an end, Jared.
All right. Fair enough.
Well,
He's
by
going
the
to
t-
Mars.
Yeah, I was going to say,
That's
he'll
right.
be on.
Hey, you got no stake in this.
Later.
Did you say someone has a stake in this?
He has no stake in this.
Because I'm thinking that steak sounds good if you just leave it for like 4, 5, 6 weeks.
A millennium. A millennia.
Perhaps millennia.
You get super high.
Guys, this has been a tremendous show hanging out with you and just having a lot of fun. It's time now to get into our picks for the Spotify playlist. We maintain a Spotify playlist on a weekly basis. So if you check the playlist at any given time, it's going to have that week's songs on it. We usually pick 6 songs a person. And then inside the playlist, there's also this week's edition of the podcast once it goes up. So you just follow that playlist over on Spotify. And you're laughing. So up first are my picks. At this point, I only have a couple in there. Calling to mind the show that Jared brought up earlier, Invincible. I've included a song called "Unstoppable" by Santi Gold from the debut LP of Santi Gold. You're gonna hear "Unstoppable." Do you guys remember years back? I mean, is this 15 years ago now? Were we ever that young? There was a video from a music festival of one guy dancing kind of on a hill in a field at a music festival, just all alone by himself. But then slowly over the course of the video, more people join him. And by the end, it's just like a huge, just thronging mass of people calming all over each other. Well, the song that the guy was dancing to was a live performance of Santi Gold doing "Unstoppable." Good stuff. Also included J. Cole song "Fire Squad" from 2014 Garden. What the hell's the name of the album? 2014 Forest Hills Drive. J. Cole has a new album coming out next week, and it's set the world on fire. Everyone's super excited about it, so we're going to hear a song from him. And that's all I got on the list so far, just some J. Cole and some Santi Gold. Jared, what's on your... Or wait, is it Jotham next? Jotham, what's on your list?
I'm back on hip hop. So I've been listening to a lot of Benny the Butcher and Conway the Machine. So I put on some tracks by them. We got One Way Flight with Benny the Butcher and Freddie Gibbs. Plug Talk features 2 Chainz and Harry Fraud. Those are both Benny the Butcher. Conway the Machine and 2 Chainz with 200 Pies. And Conway the Machine with Sister Abigail. And then The Alchemist came out with a new album this week that I'm really digging, with TV Dinners with Boldy James. Someone else, I can't read all of it. And then Nobles
Sideshow.
featuring... Sideshow. And then Nobles featuring Earl Sweatshirt and
Navy Blue.
Navy Blue.
I only know that because I'm looking at Jotham's playlist simultaneously on a larger, much more luxurious screen. Jared, what's on your list? Oh, shit.
What's on my list? What's on my list is, I just recently found out that Kruder and Dorfmeister released a new album last year and didn't tell anybody. So there's a song from that album. The album's called 1995, which is that when the Candy Sessions actually came out, or is that 90?
I think that was I think it was more like 98, 2000 ish.
Okay.
And that
the song's called King Size from their new album 1995. Also have This Apparatus Must Be Unearthed from the unfinished version from the newly released Landscape Tantrums, the unfinished recordings of the Deloused in the Comatorium era of the Mars Volta.
A friend of mine I saw on Instagram and Facebook got the
box
set that just came out. I was like, oh man, that box set looks so sweet. The art's so nice. I wouldn't mind getting that box set. And I looked up, it was like $699. I was like, I'm good at the moment. I got Spotify. That'll get me by. I can at least listen to them here and there.
It is a handsome looking collection. It's like that thing sitting, like a big diamond sitting on a platform with all them records inside.
I don't think I even knew about the diamond platform. I just saw the box.
It sounds like it's more than $6.99.
Sounds like it.
Next would be the new single by Hiatus Coyote from their upcoming album. Single's called Red Room. Very sexy track.
Ooh, was that on the Chocolat soundtrack?
It's very calming.
I get what you're saying. Chocolat.
Next would be Summer of Love by Hotel Life. New release from Hotel Life, featuring the boys from Luxury Maine. And then the newest song from the newest album by Cannibal Corpse from the album Violence Unimagined. The song Inhumane Harvest. And then finally the add-on theme called Eye of the Jaguar from Street Fighter Alpha 2 by the band Mega Driver from their album Double KO.
And Corin, what brings you to the table?
And me. I have another 6 songs that are all doom or stoner metal or psych rock.
Cocaine metal.
This is all, these are all new within the last 2 years. Some of them very, very recent releases. Hail Satan by Dope Lord from their newest album, Sign of the Devil. Tied Up and Locked In by The Body, that just came out recently. Cold Fields by the Blackheart Death Cult. Hold On by Snail from their new album, Fractal Altar.
Now, is that a cover of the En Vogue song?
Yeah, I believe so.
Cool.
Wait, no. Wait. What's Hold On
to Your Love?
I was thinking about Hold On for One More Day.
Wilson Phillips.
Yeah, that's Wilson Phillips for sure.
Yeah. Okay. They're my second
so this is
favorite
actually
doom metal band.
It's called Hold On, but it's actually a cover of the Wilson Phillips. Okay, cool.
Correct. Yeah. Apocalypse by Super Lynx and Bloodbath by Iron Rider. Iron Rider, the song I put on here is from 2020. They have a 2021 release. It's just not on Spotify yet.
I don't believe that. You're telling me this band has an even more recent song than this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rider like horses or motorcycles, or like riding?
Right, riding a motorcycle. Iron Rider.
Funny joke though.
He was simply asking for clarification. Not everything's a joke.
I want to make sure I was hearing you correctly.
Oh yeah, funny joke though.
Wow.
It's an easy way to dismiss everything that Jared thinks or says. He's just joking. Don't listen to him. Go ahead, push the button. This is an intense submarine type situation. Intense submarine.
He's got the bends. He's just joking. Push the button.
Well, guys. Ooh. I tried to touch my iPad, but our playlist is too hot.
Fair.
So, think about that.
Pass the test.
I hope everyone has... I don't know. This is the end of the show.
Why?
So I hope everyone enjoyed the show and will subscribe to our YouTube channel. I always forget to mention the YouTube channel, but I hope anyone who listens to the show realizes that they could go to the YouTube channel and they could see all the episodes that they listen to in their podcast feed. What else?
Do a lot of physical gags, a lot of pratfalls. There's a lot of face humor.
There's a lot of face humor.
Yeah, YouTube is my preferred platform for enjoying the show.
Yeah, not for listening to it, but for enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so does anyone... What are you going to do, Corin?
Oh, God.
I'm going to let everybody know to like, subscribe, rate, and review this show on all of the podcast apps or on YouTube. It helps us grow our listenership. Period.
And share it with everybody that you know.
Keep on trucking.
So for Jared McLeod and Jotham Fay DIY and Corin Atchison, the kindly lawyer, I'm Alistair St. Hill. Everyone have a splendid day, week, month, or even year. We'll be there for you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.